the cat being introduced into the home,
Hmm.
my dog wanting to meet the cat and greet the cat, and the cat not wanting any of that. And then obviously my son being my son.
Yeah,
It's been an evening, to say the
yeah,
least.
I can imagine.
All while trying to make dinner and, you know, I don't think my wife and I have really said much of like 3 words to each other most of the night,
Oh,
just because we're just trying to get through everything, get everything situated.
oh, I get that.
Yep. This is what happens when, someone in your home works at a humane society and, you know, is very tender-hearted and loves animals.
Oh, I just can't
And
resist.
no, really, we can't. This is not the first time. So there was a pug-esque dog that was there like a couple months ago, and we had talked about possibly adopting, and we brought him home for a a night. Did not get along with our dog. So we
Oh,
were just like, all right, well, this isn't going to work. So yeah, we've done this a lot over the years. So it's 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 how our life works. So and welcome back to First, Last, and Best. We got one more episode left before we go into the summer of ska. And it is an episode that I didn't necessarily promise, but I felt like I needed to expand my horizons a little bit and incorporate this band into my listening. But we'll get there in a couple minutes. First, let's go ahead and introduce socials. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, First, Last, and Best podcast. We're over on YouTube now. You can find our reels. All of our episodes are streaming there. Obviously, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, a couple other different spots as well. Uh, you can find us on Facebook. Like I said, we do our song exclusive song of the day on Facebook. We do our my vinyl collection I show on Instagram, and I have a lot of behind the scenes stuff that you can find on TikTok. Also, brand new, has not. I will have posted it this past weekend. I have officially started the first, last, and best top three playlist where I have taken every single top three from every single episode and have put it onto one playlist on Spotify. Exclusive to Spotify. You can go and find it. The link is on our Facebook page, over on Instagram as well. I'll figure out a way to put it on TikTok. No idea how to do that yet. Um, but yeah, you go ahead and listen to every single one of our top threes, every single guest host, everyone who has come on the show and has given me their top three songs for any particular band we've done so far, whether it was Coheed, Dropkick Murphys, uh, this week's band, Rancid, The Offspring, doesn't matter. Any band that we have covered so far, I have taken every single top three and made it into one easy listening playlist. Go ahead and go check that out. It is banger after freaking banger. I love it. Anyways, back and on to the show. Welcome back. One of our wonderful guest hosts. He told me he wasn't 100% sure when we were originally doing this, that he wanted to do the show. Then all of a sudden, we are now on his second episode. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the program. It's Brian. What's going on, buddy? You been good?
hello, hello. Been wonderful. How about yourself, Rob?
I've been good. You've been forcing me to listen to music, so I appreciate it, but at the same time, not so much.
Yeah, yeah. I
So,
don't even like this band. I just wanted to make you listen to them.
well, fuck you. How about that?
No, I love them. I love them.
What have you been listening to lately, besides obviously our band of the week?
Well, I've been continuing to listen to Offspring because
Yeah.
I'll be seeing them in what, 3 days now?
I was gonna say it's not that long.
So
It's what?
yeah,
It's
I've
Offspring, Jimmy Eat
Offspring,
World.
and Newfound Glory, and love all three. So I've been
That's that's gonna be a hell of a show.
after the tour started, I went on and got the set list, and I just make a playlist out of the songs that
I
are on
do
the
the
set.
same thing.
I gotta study. I gotta study up.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I do the same thing. Actually, the 31st,
Hmm.
Descendants are playing at the Norva. So I'm gonna go check
What?
that out. A part of me, the English Beat is playing on the 6th, and a part of me
Hmm.
really wants to go, but I'm not sure I'm gonna be able to. So, because that'll be 2 days after my wife's last procedure to deal with this kidney stone.
Ooh,
Yes. Yeah, this has not been fun for her. But hopefully then she'll be back on the mend and we can finally get that Good Charlotte episode over and done
Des
with. So,
Descendants, though,
uh,
that'll be a blast.
oh, dude, I saw them. They were supposed to play with the Circle Jerks in Richmond at the National, but I guess like two members of the Circle Jerks were sick.
Oh,
So it ended up being like the opening band and just Descendants, and that's it. So it
oh,
was
hell
still
yeah.
awesome to see.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't really expecting like a buddy of mine was just like, "Hey, I got an extra ticket. Do you want to go?" I'm like, "Yes, yes, I do. Thank you for asking me." So it's so much fun. Such a great show. I loved it. So, and I
That's
love Carl
actually
Alvarez, their bass player. He's so wonderful.
a buddy with extra tickets is how I first saw this band we'll be talking about tonight.
Oh, nice. What I will say what I've been listening to, July 4th was not just a wonderful 4th of July holiday, where depending on how you feel about, everything going on in this country. Uh, it was actually the release of Dropkick Murphys' new album onto streaming for the people. I'm a huge Dropkick Murphys fan. They are my favorite band of all time. I will love them till the day I die. This album was fantastic. From obviously the first track, "Who Will Stand With Us." You got "The Big Man," which was a song devoted to I forgot his name, the guy from Pennywise, their guitarist. But it gets just like one song after the other after the other. But the way they end it, because Al Barr left the band 2, 3 years ago because
Mhm.
his mom has like Alzheimer's or something or ALS, and he's taking care of her, and so he ended up leaving the band, and Ken has taken over the vocals. Uh, but there's the second to last track is called "The Vultures Circle High," and it's featuring Al Barr on vocals, and it feels
Nice.
like an Al Barr song. And then the final track is "One Last Goodbye," which is a tribute song to Shane MacGowan, the lead singer from the Pogues.
Mhm.
Dude, such a great song.
All
I
right.
this album front to back, first for the people, is such it was to a point where I pre-ordered the vinyl. So, but
Mm.
that doesn't come out till October, which kind of sucks, but
All right.
what can you do?
Oh, I'll throw that into rotation.
Dude, so good. I
Yeah,
highly
absolutely.
recommend it. If you're a fan of the Murphys, go and freaking listen to it. It is amazing. So, but anyways, let's get on to this week's band. So let me introduce it saying this. Um,
So many caveats.
it really is. Because this particular intro is something I've been thinking about a lot the last few days. So when pop punk really started getting into the mainstream, you had Blink-182, you had Newfound Glory, you had Jimmy Eat World, you had Drive Through Records, and you had Victory, and you had like a lot of these bands were they kind of more fell into the punk side of pop punk, which I was huge into back then. I loved it. It was Blink and Newfound Glory and the Ataris were some of the first bands I was introduced to. Then I felt like you had Fallout Boy, who acted as a bridge of sorts to the late 90s, early 2000s into what became the mid to late 2000s kind of pop punk bands, uh, who kind of leaned more into the pop side of pop punk versus
Mm.
like Boys Like Girls, Mayday Parade, and tonight's band, Panic at the Disco.
You finally said it out loud.
Yes, I did. I was going to get there. It
It's
just I have to, give a long-winded speech first before I actually say the band's name. Yes, we are doing a Panic at the Disco episode. No, I have not been a huge fan of Panic. Obviously I've listened to their singles. I never really gave their albums much time just because it was one of those bands that I was like, okay, they're good. It's poppy, it's nice, it's good to listen to, but it's not quite my speed, not quite what I wanted to listen to, especially because at that point, like I was really into hardcore and some metal and still pop punk to a degree, but it was very much like what I grew up with, what I wanted to listen
mm,
to. Um, so Panic wasn't necessarily a band that I was like, this is who I need to listen to. So I never really gave their albums much play. When you told me you wanted to do this, I was like, you know what, let's go ahead and give it a shot. Um, how did you get into Panic? What kind of was your story with that?
oh man, it's when basically when everybody else did 2005, 2006.
Yeah,
But not with their biggest song at the time was
I write Sins
which
Not
would I
Tragedies.
write Sense on Tragedies, the most boring song on that album. I love the first album.
Yeah,
Cannot I skip that song every time.
really?
It's so boring. It's so repetitive.
Yeah.
But the first video of theirs that I saw, which was the first song I heard, was "But It's Better If You Do."
Okay.
And that one was great. It was so much fun. It had so much theater, so much camp.
Yeah.
And so I at the time that was still big in the Napster LimeWire days. So
Oh, of course.
I downloaded the album, burned it to a CD back when that was all the rage, and
Yeah.
just damn near wore it out and just
That's how you had to
loved
do
them.
things.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember the days of having to wait for the song to come on the radio and then record it on your tape. And my dog is realizing that everyone's. I hear you, Hattie. I know you're. Come here. Come here. Ugh. My dog's
Oh,
been feeling abandoned because we got a cat. Yeah. Are you feeling abandoned because we got a cat?
oh, jealous.
I've spent so much time with you this afternoon. Yeah. Sorry. All right. For our YouTube listeners or watchers, you can see my dog at this point. But for our Spotify and Apple Podcast listeners, I have a three-legged Boston Terrier who we have special needs animals. I mean, a three-legged Boston Terrier. We have a one-eyed cat now who's going in for surgery tomorrow to clean up the eye hole. So the missing eye hole. So, um, let's get back into it. Otherwise, I'm just going to talk about my animals.
Yeah.
Um, so let's start with our the first album, "A Fever You Can't
Mhm.
Sweat Out." This
Yeah.
felt like more of like that poppier pop punk kind of what was going on at
Yeah.
that point in time. You
With the
can't put
addition
that thing yourself.
of all the of just super campy, super theatrical, almost
Yeah,
cabaret, like they really put a lot of extra drama in it.
that's true. I feel like this is probably the closest they got to being a pop punk band because and I'll touch on this later when we talk about their latest album, Viva Las Vengeance. I felt like this was the closest they got, but it almost felt uncomfortable. Like this wasn't who they were. Like it's a good album.
Mm,
It had a I Write Sins Not Tragedies was a good introduction, a good single to really kind of kick off their career. But I also felt like there's a lot of skippable tracks on this, and it just, like I said, I'm not a huge Panic fan. I'm not going to
mhm,
pretend that I am now so much in love with Panic at the Disco that I'm going to go see them as
mhm.
soon as they come through. It's just, I gave it a shot. I gave, especially this album. I maybe listened
Well,
to it two, three times. I just this just a couple good songs, but kind of
mhm.
forgettable in my opinion. I know that's
That is interesting to hear. I would never think it would be called forgettable just because of how
Ooh. it's just it's not
Mm,
my speed. So
I get it.
I
I get
like I
it.
s- yeah.
I'm glad I could inflict it on you either way.
Yes, you
But
did. You made me listen to it, and now I can forget about it and move on. But I will say this: I do have a favorite album that they've put out,
do
and
you?
there is one album that I really did enjoy, and we'll get into that.
Oh, I'm really
But
looking forward to that.
I like I said, it's a good album, not a great album. I some songs I enjoyed, some songs I'm just like, okay, I don't need to listen to this again. And yeah, it was good. It was
It, yeah,
I don't have to listen to it again after this. So
it's not my number one, but it was a fun introduction to the band, and it's the CD that
yeah,
got me into them.
okay, yeah, I can understand that.
Mm.
So fast forwarding
Mm.
now,
Mm.
Viva Las Vengeance.
Oh, banger after
So
banger.
like I said, I felt like A Fever You Can't Sweat Out was not who they were meant to be. It truly felt like just not that they were uncomfortable in their own skin, but it just felt like the
Mm.
music wasn't what they truly wanted to do. And as you progress album to album to album, it did feel like they were trying to grow into something
Yeah,
different or something else. And I felt like this album alone was like their final complete form. This is who they were meant to be. And in all honesty, if I could, here, you're the one that got down. This is what this episode is turning into. It's my dog starved for attention. Come here. Come here. Come here. Can you come here, please? If you can hear, I will pet you and love on you. See? Yes. Was that so hard? And you're back. I would just like to point out you're the one that got down, not me. I did not throw you off and throw you onto the couch. No, you're the one that wanted to get down. So, anyways, like I was saying, if I had to liken
yeah,
this album,
mm.
very reminiscent of Queen.
Yeah. Classic rock as a whole, but definitely
Yes.
big Queen
Like I
influences.
it felt like the further they progressed in their career and it felt like they were getting more comfortable with what they were doing. And actually since they had kind of the what's the word I'm looking for? They had the kind of sway in what they can put out and they
Mm.
had the ability. I felt like they were then like able to take more risks and to
Definitely.
actually kind of perform how they want to perform. And I think this album was their opus. This
Yeah.
was like really who they want and what they want to do.
Their whole discography could very well be like three different bands.
That's
There's
true.
such a range of styles in there.
100% agree with that.
But
So,
yeah, it does feel like from about Death of a Bachelor on, it was
yeah,
building up to this.
yes. And honestly, I feel like this is, I could listen to this. Viva
Mm.
Las Vengeance was a good album. I really enjoyed it. There wasn't a lot that I
Yeah.
was just like, and like, there are some albums like you could find songs to cut. You don't need to have
Yeah.
this. I mean, it's just kind of takes up space. This was, I don't want to go far as saying
It
perfect because it's really not, but
Oh yeah, absolutely
this
not.
was
But
a good to great album
Mhm.
and really not a lot that is like it feels like it builds on top of it and builds on top to
Mhm.
where it's just a very good listen. Like I got to the end of the album and I was a little surprised that it was the end, but I felt like it was honestly I felt like I was at home listening to like Day at the Races
Mhm.
or like I legitimately thought I was listening to Queen.
Yeah.
So
Now in concert, he does a hell of a cover of Bohemian Rhapsody.
that does not surprise me at all. I never saw them live. You said
Yeah.
that like that's how you got like a friend of yours
Oh,
gave you a
that
ticket to it?
You had a couple friend of ours that said they had 4 tickets to Panic at the Disco. There were only two of them, asked if we wanted to come along, and we did. And it's one of the best concerts I've ever seen.
No. Whoa. That's saying something, man.
It
Because
really
what
is.
you guys were at Blink last year, right? With Pierce the Veil.
Yeah. Oh my
I know
God.
Lord messaged me and was like,
Mhm.
I I didn't get a chance to meet you guys. So, but and then you guys went to
Oh,
Green Day and Rancid.
and
I
great.
think
Yeah.
the next
Oh,
day, day
well,
after or something.
we went to Green Day. Rancid played 1.8 songs, and then the rain cut them off. And I come
That
back to
sucks.
the stage after like 45 minutes. And you know who I see on the stage? Billy fucking Corgan. I have hated the Smashing Pumpkins for the last year. Before that, I didn't care
That's
much about them one way or
yeah,
another. But now, oh, I hate them.
that's disappointing. That is very
Like
disappointing because Rancid is amazing live.
they're
I'm
they're one of
assuming
my
you've
bucket
seen
list
them live.
bands. Oh, I have
Are
not.
you haven't?
Well,
Oh my
I
God.
have technically seen them live. I saw the members of the band on stage playing music, but I haven't seen them live.
Okay. I've seen them. I saw them like two or three times at Warped Tour. One of the best times was I think Warped Tour. It was either '04 or '05. I don't remember which one. Um, but they got through two songs. Someone got injured in
Hmm.
the pit and they had to bring an ambulance in. So
Oh
they
shit.
had to go off stage. And like 5 minutes later, Tim comes out with an acoustic guitar and just plays the rest of the set acoustically.
Oh wow.
So that way, like the EMS could do what they needed to do,
Hmm.
but the fans weren't like losing out on seeing one of their favorite bands. So it was really cool. And then first concert I went to post pandemic
Hmm.
was the Boston to Berkeley 2. It was the Bronx, Rancid, and Dropkick Murphys.
Oh hell yeah.
That was a very good welcome back
Oh, I bet.
to live music. So really enjoyed that.
Hmm.
So all right. So we've done first, we've done last. Before I tell you what my best is,
I have
what
a
in your
feeling.
opinion? You do?
Oh,
Okay. So first you go
oh,
ahead and
my my favorite of the bunch is Pretty Odd, the second one,
yeah.
the one that's like when the Beatles got weird.
That sounds about right. That's honestly, that is probably the closest I could say to that, what that
And
album is.
And that's why I love it. Other than the one obvious song they made for the single, Nine in the
Yeah.
Afternoon, everything is so nonsensical. Like
It's like Sergeant Pepper.
it's all just words that sound good together with
Yeah.
music behind them. And it doesn't even matter what the words are, but it slaps. I love it. And I don't think that's a popular opinion among Panic fans, but I
I
love
mean,
this
everybody's
album.
entitled to their own
Yeah.
opinion as far as what your favorite album is. Who cares what anyone else thinks? I'm not 100% sure people are going to agree with me on my favorite album. So,
Like I'll sing along to it and then but if you think about the words you're saying, it's just it doesn't make sense. It's grammatically correct, but none of this makes sense.
yeah, who needs it to make sense? That's just silly.
Exactly.
Come on, Brian. Who it's making sense? Come on. All right. So, what do you think I'm going to say for my best?
Well, I feel like you're tricking me now because I thought for sure you're gonna say Viva Las Vengeance was the best.
It if I usually try to stay away from first and last
I gotcha. I
when I
gotcha.
talk about what I think best is. Since I know we're going to talk
Oh,
about those albums anyway, so I try and stick away from that.
oh,
I
in
will
that
say
case,
Viva
that
Las Vengeance is number two for me. But there's another album that I very much enjoyed,
okay. I've got a thought, but you go ahead and say what it is.
Vices and Virtues.
Oh, I was gonna say Death of a Bachelor for a second.
No, I listened to Death of a Bachelor and it was good. I there was one other album I started listening to and I gave up on very quick. Let me see if I can remember what album that is. Give me a second because I have Spotify pulled up whenever I do one of these just because I just forget constantly what exactly I'm going to be talking about. So I don't think it was Death. I think it was Too Weird to Live. I got like maybe a couple
Mm.
songs in, and I was like, no, actually, that was a really good album. I did enjoy that. Maybe it was All My Friends. No, it was Pray for the Wicked. I got like two songs into that, and I was like, nope, I'm never mind. I'm good. Uh,
What? Oh,
I
okay. So you got to get to at least five on that one. Five
okay.
plus are all the bangers on Pray
All
for
right.
the Wicked.
I will try. Okay. I will give you that. I will try. But dude, Vices and Virtues, this
That's my
felt
number
like it was
two.
it, this
Very
was an
close number
album
two.
that was very much up my alley. Like
Mhm.
I truly enjoyed this. This felt like a very pop punk album, but
Yeah.
they made it their own. So I really, really, really enjoyed it. It was just good. Like from beginning to
Yeah.
end, and I'll get into why I feel about this when we talk about our top three. But I
Mhm.
felt like from beginning to end, like I did not skip a single song. I When I got to the end of the album, I was like, oh, it's finished. Let me go back and re-listen just because I want to put this to memory because it was just to me that good of an album. I was just surprised because I listened to A Fever You Can't Sweat Out.
Mhm.
I listened to Pretty Odd, and Pretty Odd was good. I enjoyed it.
Mhm.
Not my main favorite, but
Yeah.
it was still good. I listened to it. But then I started this, and it was like I got punched in the face. I was like, oh, okay, let's keep going with this. Because a part of me just like I listen when I do these, I listen to first album, I listen to last album, which was a complete mind fuck when it comes to Panic at
Oh
the
my
Disco
God. Night and day.
because completely two different bands. Like it took me a minute to be like, am I sure this is the right band for when I was listening to Viva Las Vengeance? And then to go back and then listen to Pretty Odd and then Vices Virtues. I was just it felt weird. Like if you listen to it in order, you can feel the subtle progression and the way they go. But I felt like Vices and Virtues was their best album because to me, nothing was skippable. Like I said, it's not perfect, but at the same time, this was for what I enjoy in music. I feel like this was easily their best offering, besides Viva Las Vengeance. But that's also something completely different. It is legitimately two different bands.
Yeah.
Viva like Vices and Virtues to Viva Las Vengeance. It's two different bands. So, or at least,
Now, and now it kind of is, because it's been just the lead singer solo since Death of a
yeah,
Bachelor.
yeah, because it's Brandon Urie,
So
but
yeah.
it's not like once again, you got down, Hattie. Come here, come here. I feel really bad for the people who are listening to this because I don't even know if you can actually hear my dog barking on this microphone. Come here,
Oh, you don't
come
edit
here,
out the dog bits?
come here. Huh?
You don't edit out the dog bits?
That's because I usually can't hear it. Like I would probably do it this time just because this is a lot for her. Come here, come here, come here. You want joy? You want joy? You want joy? Just damn. I'm gonna have to
But
edit some of this out because this is getting a little on the ridiculous side. I'm not gonna lie. You're just starved for attention. Nobody pays attention to you. Just left alone all day except with Bobby and the babysitter. Nobody pays attention to poor Hattie. You poor thing. Freaking A. And you're gonna get down again. You're getting down. Not me. I'm not putting you down. You get down and then you start barking. There's your choice. Yeah. Adopt a dog, they say. God, you're ridiculous. You're ridiculous. This is the stuff that's gonna go up on TikTok. All right,
but
so
but yeah, Vices Virtues was a very
very good
close
album.
number two.
I
Like
really enjoyed that.
it's a perfect bridge between, uh Fever You Can't Sweat Out pretty odd. And then
Yeah.
when he goes, a little less silly.
A little less silly, more of like what he's meant to be doing.
Yeah, more serious.
So, yes. So, all right. So we've done first, we've done last, we've done best. Time for the top threes. What is your number three?
First off, I have to give an honorable mention to The Greatest Show. The
Yeah.
There's a Broadway show, The Greatest Showman,
Yeah.
and Laura was watching that on TV one night, and the very first song that comes on The Greatest Show, sung by Hugh Jackman, did a very good job. But after listening to it, I was like, that's a Panic at the Disco song. Lo and behold, a year or so later, he puts out a cover of it.
That
Like
sounds about right.
I made her so mad because she didn't like Panic at the Disco and she liked
Oh
that
no?
song and was like, ah, you ruined it because you said it's a Panic at the Disco song.
Yeah.
She likes him now, so she
Take
says.
that, Laura. So,
So, but my number three is But It's Better If You Do from Fever You Can't Sweat Out, just because that was my introduction to him.
yeah.
It was it was so fun. I like the theater of the video, the drama.
Yeah. I got you.
Mm,
So I will do an honorable mention as well.
mm,
And that's because uh, when I used to go to church, uh,
mm.
that we did a youth convention, and usually we do an opening number that's secular. And one of the band sessions we did, we opened with oh my God, it was a song from Frozen 2. It
Oh,
was the big song. I don't remember it.
oh my
You
God, I
can
can always
keep me,
think Let It Go
but I
now.
won't.
It's
None of your troubles, but others don't.
Others don't.
But
Into the
Panic
unknown,
did
into the
Into
unknown.
the Unknown. That's right.
Yeah,
But Panic did a cover of that.
yeah,
So
and it
we
slaps.
covered Panic's cover. And dude, it really does. It slaps like nothing else, man. It really does.
Yeah.
But so that is my honorable mention. My number three is from Viva Las Vengeance. Don't let the light go out.
Oh,
From
good.
just the beginning opening guitar riff, the
Mm,
entire song felt, I know I said it before that this album feels like Queen. This
mm,
if I'm going to point to one song and say this is practically a Queen ripoff, it's Don't Let the Light Go Out. Such a
yeah,
great song. His vocals are super powerful. The guitar riffs are incredible. I love this song from beginning to end. It's one of the songs I when I started listening to it, I had to go back and listen to it again and listen to it again and listen to it again. That's how good this song is, in my opinion. So,
yeah. I get it.
yeah. What's your number two?
All right. Number two is Golden Days from Death of a Bachelor.
Yeah,
It's it gives me a nostalgia for a time I never experienced. It's you
that's
talking
that's a
old.
weird thing to say.
It is, isn't it? It starts off with finding a pile of Polaroids like from the 70s of
Yeah,
people who are now old when they were young and crazy and partying on some yacht.
yeah. Huh.
And it's a
I love that.
yeah, it's a
That's just a
fun,
good visual.
sweet yeah. It's a
Yeah,
very very visual sounding song.
yeah. All right. So
What about you?
my number two, and my final two songs are from Vices and Virtues. And I alluded to this when I was talking about the album, how
Mhm.
it was good from beginning to end. And it's the opening track, The Ballad of Mona Lisa. I felt like this song set the tone for the album. Like from the outright, it's very catchy. It has a great chorus.
Mm.
I felt like this is what this album is going to be, guys. Let's A Fever You Can't Sweat Out, pretty odd. Let's set that to the side. This is going to be a little bit different, but it's going to be very good. So sit back and enjoy. So I have to
Yeah,
say the Ballad of Mona Lisa is probably my second favorite that they've done.
yeah,
So
get it
what's
there.
your number one, buddy? I
Number
gotta
one
know.
is from Vices and Virtues, and it's Sarah Smiles, because
So
that
good.
it feels like they're going extreme into the fever you can't sweat out. I feel like it's almost a parody of Panic at the Disco, but in a good
Yeah.
way. And
Oh,
plus, it
dude.
does that. I don't know if you remember me talking about this on the Offspring episode. It does that thing that I like, that I still don't know what the musical term for it is,
Where it
where the
drops out.
music stops. Yeah. And he
Yeah.
sings and the music comes back hard. Oh, love it. Sucker for that
Dude,
every time.
that is such a good song.
If
That
anyone knows
almost
a
made this
musical term
list.
for that, please let me know.
I got it. I have enough friends who are into music that one of them has to freaking know the term. I
Right.
don't know what it is.
If
I've been
there's not
playing
one,
music
make
for
one
over
up.
20 years. Yeah, we'll make it up. It'll be the Brian effect. Boom. There we go. From now on, that time is now the Brian effect. That's what it is.
All right.
That is the official first, last, and best term for when music drops out. It is the Brian effect. All right.
Remember that when I make you listen to Copa Starship.
That's where I draw the line. Line is
Lord,
drawn. All right.
Lord
Besides,
just told me not to do that to you.
yes. Thank you, Laura. Thank you for looking out for me. Besides, our next episode's Aquabats because you are just another plug for this coming August, our Summer of Ska series, where we will be covering the Aquabats, Less Than Jake, Five Iron Frenzy, the Toasters. I want to do a Hub City Stompers episode if I could find some. I actually, quick sidebar, I posted on the Supernova uh, like fan page over on Facebook and asked if anyone wants to do a Hub City Stompers episode because I saw them last year and I just fell in love with them. And somebody responded and tagged someone. What I didn't realize is that he tagged the lead singer from Hub City Stompers. I was like, oh, so you actually know these guys and actually know the music very well. So I don't know if he's actually going to do the episode. I hope he is, but if not, then I may just do it by myself.
How rad would that
So.
be?
That would be weird, but that's just me talking for like 20, 30 minutes. All right, so let me get on with my number one, also from Vices and Virtues. It's Memories. I love
Yeah.
that song, dude. It hits so freaking hard. And it is the song I have probably gone back and listened to the most out of like, and that's the thing. All of my songs on my top three, none of them are actually singles. None of them are like those, oh, we need to put it out on MTV or it needs to go out on the radio. These are all songs that are just like kind of buried in the
Yeah.
album. I know the Ballad of Mona Lisa is like the number one track, so therefore it's there to get your
Yeah.
attention.
That
But
one
Don't Let
was
the
a
Lights Go Out.
single, but it's still
Oh,
phenomenal.
is it? I
Yeah,
didn't pay attention. I wasn't paying attention to Panic at the Disco when this came out.
I know.
So, so
You're forgiven.
sorry. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Uh, but I will say Memories is easily my favorite song. It's just good. It hit so hard every single time I listen to it. And I will probably, if I'm going to go back and listen to a song of theirs, it's probably going to be Memories because the album's good. This song is the best of the bunch, in my opinion. So yeah, dude, I don't regret the many hours I've now listened to Panic at the Disco over the last several days. Um, I
You are
there's
going to
still
regret not listening to the last half of Pray for the Wicked, I tell you that
I
much.
I will go back and listen to it. Okay. I will do that just for you. I will go back and listen to that album and try and see that's the thing. I will liken that album to Andor. I could
I'm
not
sorry.
get through the first two episodes of Andor, and I regret it every single day because I've heard such good things about the show after those episodes. It just so
Oh my.
fucking hard to get through those first two episodes. I kind of gave up like
It's
right at the
not
beginning
even
of
though.
episode two.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm not a
Oh,
very good Star Wars fan. I'm
oh,
sorry.
this guy.
Am I disowned?
Yeah, you might be. Well, I made you listen to Panic at the Disco. You said that about Andor to me. We're
Well, that's the
even.
thing. I don't think Andor is bad. It's like, did you ever watch Arrow?
No, never saw that.
Okay. So the first season of Arrow is very much like if you want to get to the good that is season 2, season 3, and beyond, you have to like stomach your way through season 1 because
Oof.
it's just dumb at times, and I don't know why. And once again, you're barking. You got down. You, not me. You.
No, I haven't actually
Dumbass.
heard any barking.
No, then
So
it's just
it's
me then.
yeah.
If you wake Bobby up, I'm gonna be very upset with you. So, all right. But yeah, it's I still plan on like going back to watch Andor.
Mhm.
It's just so much other stuff has come out that I actually wanted that I put on as well. Like The Bear, I love that shit.
I
Um,
tried to watch that. I never got into that.
it's I think it takes a certain amount, especially like the first season. It's so chaos that entire season that it I don't know. I love it though. I love that shit. It's so good. Anyways, we're now talking about TV shows instead. Anyways, that's the end of this episode. I listened to Panic at the Disco. There's no way in hell I'm listening to Cargo Starship. Um, I will listen to Midtown now, and I'm sure we'll come up with other bands that you want to talk about, like the Aquabats during our Summer of Ska series that you can listen to this August when we start recording those episodes. Um, so that's it for tonight. That's it for Panic at the Disco. I will go back and listen to that one album again and hopefully enjoy the back half and actually start watching Andor and actually make it through the first two episodes. Um, Brian, thanks again for coming on. Thanks again
Thank you,
for
Rob.
making me listen to another band. Um, we'll see you next time, Brian,
All
when you
right.
come on to talk about the
I'll
Aquabats.
see you for the
And
bats.
for those of you, remember, we're over on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we're on TikTok. If you want to see exclusive content, whether it be our behind the scenes stuff, like my dog barking her freaking head off and driving me absolutely insane, or our songs of the day over on Facebook, or my vinyl collection over on Instagram, just go ahead and give us a follow, and that's where we are. All right, we will see you next time where we will be discussing someone. God only knows who. I don't even know. So we'll figure it out. Maybe. Who knows? Maybe we'll never do the show again. I don't think that's gonna happen. Anyway, we'll see you next time. Thanks, guys. Bye.